Hey, good day. Hope everyone's doing well. This class is going to be on effective open houses. I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint real quickly here. This just so if you don't know, if you're watching this, you're not part of Future Home. I'm Bob McDougall, the broker, owner, founder of Future Home Realty. So let's get started. And I just wanted to jump in with you. Any of you who have attended our 100K uh, sessions have known that my effective open houses, you're not going to be surprised by what we do here. So let's take a look at it, because here's the thing, and this is the key point to all of it. An effective open house is one where you get a lot of people coming through. Traffic is the key. You know, there was a recent National Associations of Realtors survey that said 77% of people will actually do business with the first person they come face to face with, first realtor, first agent that they come face to face with. And what does that mean? That means that it doesn't matter if you have all the Facebook posts and all the other stuff. If you are at an open house and you come face to face with somebody who is not already being represented by somebody, I'm just telling you, you have a 77% chance of winning them over. It doesn't matter if you're good looking, bad looking, short, tall, young, fat, ugly, skinny, whatever. The key is you got to get in front of people. So if I'm going to get in front of people and I got 77% chance of doing business with them if they're a legitimate buyer, then let's get as many people coming in as possible, right? So traffic is the key. Now, what we do is what we teach here at Future Home is bank foreclosure open houses. Now, why? Well, the reason is because people come to them. They see the foreclosure word. They think there's a deal to be had. You're going to get everybody coming through. You're going to figure out that people think that they could buy a house for $1, or that they saw an infomercial last night, they could steal a place. I'm just telling you. Bank foreclosure open houses draw people through. I could tell you my story about how I discovered it in my second week into real estate back in 1994, and how it literally changed my life. It allowed me to then, within about 18 months, I was selling 100 homes a year, and probably 90% of those were for people that I was meeting at open houses. And these open houses were bank-owned or foreclosure-type open houses, either government-owned or whatever the case may be. I'm just telling you, it's a fantastic thing because you're going to get more people through. Now, you have to sift through people, but here's my thought. If my goal was to find one person, just one person each day I sat at an open house, they were free, my signs were already purchased, I didn't have to pay for mega advertising, and I could sit there and I just, would be happy and enjoy people as we went through. So I'm just telling you, that's the key. All right. It's all a numbers game. It is that as we go through these open houses, or as people come through, it's just, you're going to find more people coming to bank foreclosure. Now, I happen to be speaking to you at a time that there happens to be great traffic because there's limited supply. It's a seller's market, so there's limited supply. So buyers are out hunting at regular open houses as well. So the key is, go do an open house. I like bank foreclosure open houses because I found that they're higher traffic drivers, but go do something. All right. If you're going to, compared to sitting at home watching Law and Order reruns, you've heard me say that a million times. The answer is yes. Go do an open house because it's all a numbers game. Now, how do I get permission to do that? Well, a couple different ways. You start calling people who have bank-owned open house listings. Let me tell you a secret about these people. They do not want to deal with buyers. Majority of them are just listing agents. Right now, they've got 2 email addresses. They got one email for incoming listings coming from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or whatever bank relationships they have. And then they have another email address that accepts offers. They don't have time to go out and show buyers property or look at, and all that kind of stuff. So with that in mind, they don't care. And what we do is we show you how to make it a win-win. Here's what I encourage you to do. These listing agents have asset managers that they have to answer to. And with that in mind, then they must they have tasks that they have to perform, either weekly, every other week, monthly, whatever the case may be. So you ask them, say, hey, look, how can I make this a win-win? Yeah, I'm doing it because I want to generate traffic. However, while I'm there, can I check on the property for you? Can I make sure it's secure? Do you need photos? Do you have to prove that that you've been out there? I can snap a few photos and email them to you, so you have that. It'll save you having to send somebody else out there to do it. And or hey, just tell your asset manager that you're doing even more than most bank-owned listing agents, and just sticking a sign in the yard and put it in the MLS. You're actually trying to go out there and have open houses and help them get their asset off their books sooner. So with that in mind, I think that may take a couple calls. You can keep calling. We have a list of people. If you're following the 100K group page, there's a list of not vendors, but of listing agents who have said, hey, yeah, we're open to you having open houses at our listings, and so you can do that. If you want to find them, you can. So that's how but you have to get permission and get it in writing. All right. The key is get it in writing. That way you can always fall back on, hey, look, you showed me. It could be as simple as, hey, confirming our text conversation that I'm allowed to sit 123 Main Street open this Saturday. And if they reply back, yes, boom, you're done. And that's all you need to do. All right. Where do I get the signs? We've got on the same 100K group page. Just go to any place that makes signs. I think 72-hour print, a couple other places have them. If we order them in bulk, sometimes our agents have been able to order them in mass and then divide them up. They've even ordered 100 at a time. They say bank foreclosure open house. There has been a little bit of dispute about whether or not your name and phone number has to be on it. Does the company name have to be on it? The answer is if they're directional in nature, meaning bank foreclosure open house, that's all they say, then you don't need to have a name or company information. By the way, my lights go out on me, so if you see me wave, that's to get the lights back on. You don't have to have the your name or the company name on there. If you at any point use your name and or a phone number, then you must then put Future Home, well, your company name, if you're not from Future Home, whatever your company name is on the sign. There is no requirement of size of font, so it can be pretty tiny. Could be your card stapled to it in essence. But the reality is that anytime you start to put your personal information, then it becomes advertising, and all advertising must include the name of the brokerage. So if they're directional in nature, bank foreclosure open house, no need for the brokerage name. If you begin to put other stuff on there that becomes advertising, then you must put the brokerage name on there. Okay, Facebook group page. Here I go, the 100K Club. If you haven't been there to do that, there are great places that you can see the signs that people have posted, good vendors that will provide the signs. What do I need while I'm there? Well, basically all you want to do is have, what I did is I have some information. I always did the buyer report. That way the listing agent's information is not showing when you hand them a sheet, informational sheet about the MLS. In today's day and age, I'll be honest with you, I would do two things. I would have a laptop and I'd have an air card, meaning that you have the ability to get on the internet, and that way you can say, hey, look, I know this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath that smells like dog and you know what else and everything. So yeah, probably not for you, but what is for you? Let me help you do a search, and you go ahead and type in and get them set up on a search right then and there. If they can get to their car and if they have email on their phone, by the time they get to their phone, they know that they've got a list of properties that fit their criteria, and they know to call you because you can, hey, I'll be done here at 4 o'clock. I'm happy to show you some properties. If they're vacant or there's a range to do it and get you pre-approved, and you just start rolling. You start to have the excitement of being able to put them in a property and get them done. It's a no-brainer. I would absolutely have those. If you can't afford to do those or don't want to do that, then at least have something to sign them in with, a sign-in sheet and some other pertinent information. I would have other foreclosures maybe available, other homes in the neighborhood, maybe market analysis, whatever. You can have some promotional information about yourself, a card or whatever, but the key is handing them a card is not the same as getting their information. We all understand that. What I would do is I would have a laptop, have an air card, and say, hey, look, while we're here, why don't I just set you up a search? Because right now you're obviously looking for real estate. You stopped into a bank owned open house. Are you an investor? Are you buying? Is it your daughter that's buying? And you find out all this information, and you're there to help. All right. If you have the idea that I'm here to help because you truly have what they need, it's a no-brainer. You win people over all the time. How do I get people to give me their information? Here, I just kind of went through that. I would just say, you know what? First of all, don't force them to. If you have to coerce them into giving you information, they're going to give you bad information. You're going to find the email address is wrong and the phone number is wrong. So why coerce somebody? You've got to prove yourself of value to them, that they say, please take my information, please get in touch with me. Now, how do you do that? A, you get good at it. How do you get good at it? Because you sit open houses more often than anybody else. And how do you do that? Well, it's because you've met a lot of people because you're having a bank foreclosure open house. So instead of meeting 3 people in a day, you're meeting 30. So you get 10 times as many chances to get good at your spiel. So it's just really, excuse me, my throat was drying out. It becomes a lot of fun. Okay, it really does. All right. Does it really work? I'm just here to tell you, ask people around the 100K group page. Go onto that 100K group page, ask to join if you haven't joined already, and start reading some of the threads of these people that are having success, brand new agents in the business that are attacking the business with literally, a $50 investment. You can get 10 signs for $50 and have the ability to sit and really be open for business and do that. I'm just telling you, it's a no brainer. All right, it's the best thing I've ever found. I built my whole real estate career around this very thing. Did I list homes? Yeah. You know when I listed homes? From people that I had sold homes to and or met through bank-owned open house. So I'm just encouraging you to go out and do it. Now, if it's not bank-owned, then do an open house. But for me, if you're going to meet 3 people, if your regular open house is only producing 3 people, go find a different one and try bank foreclosure. If your bank foreclosure open house only has 3 people through, then maybe did you go in a gated community? Is it 52 turns around 7 roundabouts to try and find your location? It's probably not a good location. Remember, it doesn't matter what the house looks like or what how the house is priced or anything. All you're concerned about is the traffic factor, is the fact that it's going to generate people coming through. All right, that's the critical aspect. You want people coming in. All right, and so it could be a dumpier house in a higher traffic area because of the traffic flow, and it's just only 2 turns off of a more major thoroughfare. Then it's usually a winner. So anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all I really have. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Jump on that 100K group page, and you'll find all sorts of people sharing ideas. Ask a question, and usually within 10 minutes, you have a response back because we got over 400 and almost 425, 450 agents at this point. That could be, depending on when you're watching this video, could be even more by then. On there, just sharing ideas, free flowing, and having to make it happen. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Hope you guys are having an awesome day, and go do it. Just remember, the person to act now is the person that's going to win. All right, don't wait till you get all your ducks in a row and get all your scripts down. There is no script for a bank-owned open house. Just go do it. Be friendly. Hi, how you doing? How can I help? Boom. That's it. Have a great day, guys.